again, a very small cerebral cortex with very few.
That is the question that Chris Walsh is trying to answer. He's another scientist who never expected to be taking on what even Darwin didn't know.
I never thought that I'd be studying evolution. I'm a neurologist interested in the brain and in kids with neurological problems. How you doing, buddy? You doing all right? Huh? Doing okay? No one was more surprised than us to find that the study of kids with disabilities would lead us into these fascinating evolutionary questions. Is breathing generally okay during the day?
Sometimes when he gets startled, it'll go up fast, but then he calms himself right back down and it comes back.
Walsh is a specialist in a rare disorder called microcephaly. Children with microcephaly are born with brains that can be half the normal size.
This disorder can be very devastating for the kids that have it. They typically will have severe mental retardation and so will not be able to achieve normal language and normal schooling. And so it's really an event that defines the whole family. It defines the lives not only of the child, but of the parents of that child. And these families are desperately eager to try to understand at least what caused the disorder in their kids. And the range would be between these two.
The purpose of Walsh's work was initially to help families that might be carrying any defective genes causing microcephaly to plan their lives.
We're able to offer those families predictive testing so that if they're planning on having additional children, we can tell them ahead of time whether that child is likely to be affected or not.
First, Walsh had to decide where to look in the vast genome to find any possible microcephaly-causing genes. So he focused on one particular area of DNA. Other research suggested it contained a gene involved in the condition. That gene is known to control how and when brain cells divide in animals, such as fruit flies and mice.
What this gene seems to do is help control the fundamental decision that the brain has to make, which is, when do I stop making cells? When is the brain big enough?
Then his team began searching for that same gene in a family with a history of the disease. And sure enough, they found something. A gene that helps direct brain growth. And crucially, it was defective. Walsh decided to check this finding in other patients.
Once we found this gene, we sequenced it in our kids with the microcephaly disorder, and we found that one family after another had a disabling change in the gene that completely removed its function.
In total, he has found some 21 different mutations responsible for microcephaly. Sometimes one of the DNA's chemical letters is replaced with another letter. Sometimes letters are missing entirely. But whatever the defect is, they all stop the brain cells from dividing at a very early stage of development. Walsh was now certain, thanks to his microcephaly patients, he had found a gene key to the growth of the human brain. Now he decided to compare normal versions of the gene found in healthy humans with the same gene in chimpanzees, our closest relatives. And what he found was astonishing. The gene in humans was radically different from that found in chimps. There had been a large series of mutations. It could be that these mutations were a major factor in the evolution of our huge brains. And this discovery came about only because of Walsh's work with his patients.
I think one of the amazing things for us was the extent to which studying human disease can unexpectedly enlighten us about something like human evolution. But
this is only the beginning of our understanding of the evolution of the human brain. It's an area of research that is now attracting scientists with a range of skills that Darwin would have marveled